Hey, it's Mr. Clegg. So it looks like we've got some data here with the fertilizer on this side and we've got the plant growth on this side. Notice that the first cell has not only my measurement clearly labeled, but also in parentheses the units that I use. So this would be grams of fertilizer. Always put the units in parentheses there. And now we have plant growth in centimeters. And now we're going to create a chart. So the first thing we need to do, once we've got all of our data typed in there and we've double checked it, actually why don't you just go ahead and pause the video right now so that you can double check and make sure you've got your data exactly the same as mine. And now we'll keep going with the video here, and now we're going to click and drag and highlight all of these. Okay, and once we've highlighted all of our data there, we're going to go to Insert Chart. Insert Chart. And it's going to produce a chart that might not be exactly what we want. So we're going to have to, I'm going to drag this over here so I can still see my data. So I'm going to just go to Setup. Okay, this is good. We've got a scatter chart. That's what we want. If it doesn't choose that for you automatically, you need to choose that. So sometimes you might have to go all the way down here and choose Scatter for this type of data. And then let's see. Basically, the thing here is you just have to go through these menus and check out what's here. Notice that our chart titles are pretty good here. If you wanted to change that, you could just double click there and type. Oops, didn't want to change that. I think we're back to good. All right, and so that's how you can change that. You can change this one here as well, but it looks good because of the way I set it up originally. Okay, I'm going to want to change the title of my chart. So this is pretty good description, but I'm going to change it a little bit. So fertilizer, I'm going to say fertilizer relation to plant growth. Okay, so that's fertilizer relation to plant growth. And now I need to go over here. I like the way the lines are set up here. You can sort of see a curve here. It's not quite a straight line. So this is the part now where we're going to include a line of best fit, or a best fit curve. And Google Sheets calls that a trend line. So you have to know that vocabulary, and it's hard to find in here. It's under Customize, and then it's under Series. If you ever lose track of it, just poke around in here till you find trend line. It's not easy to find. There it is. So Customize, Series, and then you go to trend line. Check that. And now the first thing that it puts in there is a straight line, so a linear trend line. I don't think that this is really a straight line. It looks more like a curve. So I'm going to choose polynomial, which basically could be a quadratic if it's degree 2. That looks pretty good. One of the things I want to do here is, I've got my polynomial of degree 2. I also want to see r squared. R squared shows me how close I am. If r squared is 1, then that means it's a perfect fit for the data. It's not quite perfect because it doesn't go through all the points. But it's pretty good. 0.993, that's pretty good. Now I can experiment here a little bit. If I choose degree 3, and that looks like it fits the data a little bit better, and actually my r squared is slightly better. So I could do that. I'm not quite sure if it makes sense to do a third degree or second degree polynomial. Anyway, the second degree might make a little bit more sense, but we don't know. So that's how you do that, and then we can click out of the chart editor, and then we have our chart. And hopefully this was helpful for you to learn how to create a chart with Google Sheets. Okay, thanks.